Good evening, everyone. Lovely to see you. This is the Ange and Ivona show, or Ivona and Ange, it doesn't matter. For this time. Welcome, guys. Tonight we will talk about how to empower self during pandemic.
Ooh.
And how to empower self when there is no pandemic. So we're gonna give you a minute just to come online and yeah,
and join us.
Definitely grab a drink and grab a comfortable seat, because guys, we will be rocking this place for the next hour or so. Lovely.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting conversation.
I love it. And guys, we always love your questions. So if you have any questions during our talk, our discussion, fire away, because we love your interaction. But first of all, if you're already online, can you please let us know if you can hear us and if you can see us, if the actually live stream is going well, because we don't know what you see. So give us a thumbs up or heart or anything else, comment. Just let us
we
know.
will appreciate your feedback. That will definitely help us to improve the quality of it.
Give us feedback that you can actually see us. Just a dot will do. Or you can put ready, or you can put what you're having to drink. Because guys, empowerment, we have water today.
Oh yes, hydration.
Definitely, right? I don't think anybody can see it because there's no comments coming yet.
All right, we have one comment. It's all good, fantastic.
I can see it now. Lovely.
Can you? Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We don't know who it is, but thank you, guys. We will
Incognito.
find out.
Working undercover.
You see, that's the thing. When you're in the studio, we don't always see who's actually commenting. So this is your chance to ask us any question you like, and we will know who you are. How good is this?
I think actually that's not true. Sometimes we have a name of people.
Sometimes we do, but sometimes we don't. I don't know why.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out, sooner or later. So.
Yeah. Unless I can only suspect people coming from the closed group, Strong and Fitter, they might be undercover.
Maybe that's what it is.
Because it's a closed group, so maybe that's why. Guys, welcome. Let me see, we have a few people watching. Perfect. Guys, welcome to the Ange and Ivona live show on a Friday night. I don't think, actually going out, it's better than this. I really enjoy our Fridays. Not that we can go out now, but you know what I mean.
We have Roy saying hi, and Sue is saying, oh, good, cheers. I wonder what is she drinking?
Oh, lovely. We have Sue here.
Yes, so we have some people actually joining us. That's fantastic.
Good. Rui, remember, chicken for me.
And tapados. Right.
Lovely. So, guys, empowerment. Ange, first question for you.
Yeah, go on.
What do you understand by the word itself, the empowerment? What does it represent to you?
That's a very good question. So from my perspective, there is, in general, empowerment is something what helps you to move forward, helps you to stay positive, helps you to stay strong. And you can empower yourself in many different ways. You can empower yourself physically, for example, by looking after your body, training your body, and nourishing your body with quality food. That's empowerment too. Water is empowerment if we think about it. From the psychological point of view, it's going to be the thought pattern. Are we doubting ourselves and putting ourselves down, or are we actually talking to ourselves to lift ourselves up and keep going? So there's so many good answers to this question, but in my opinion, and from my perspective, is something what helps us to stay with our head up and just keep moving forward. What about you?
Oh,
Yeah, what about you?
we're playing tennis, guys. Tennis. Yeah. And while I answer, guys, think what empowerment actually means for you. What do you feel about this word? For me, Ange, empowerment means I'm strong on my own. I'm strong within myself. I'm strong in my head and physically. But empowerment for me is I know as a unit, I'm okay and I'm good enough. And there's nothing in my way. So I don't need anybody else to feel good. That's for me, that's what the empowerment is. I love to share what I have with others, but I'm okay as I am as a unit.
Brilliant.
That's how I see it. So if I'm okay with myself, centered, and I feel good with myself, then I can be good with anybody else and help others as well.
I love that answer. I really do love that answer, you know. Oh, there's someone else watching. Agnieszka. Hi, Agnieszka.
Yes, and we have answer from Sue. Sue's drinking water with sugar-free summer fruit drink. Very nice choice. Definitely something empowerment. So when it comes to food and empowerment, Ange, where's the link? Why good choice would empower us to be better from your perspective, from your experience?
First of all, good quality food that is supporting your body, not only on the physical level, but also on the mental level, helps you to make better choices and think positive. Sometimes people don't believe, or actually maybe they don't understand that the good nutrition equals good, well, maybe not equals, but definitely supports the gut health. And if your gut is healthy, then obviously your brain is much healthier, because all of the absorption of the nutrients that helps your brain function properly comes from the healthy gut. So healthy nutrition, healthy gut, healthy thinking, that's definitely my way of perceiving how nutrition supports the empowerment and thinking positive.
Good. And also it's a well-known, I mean, I know this is can be a totally separate subject, but actually the gut is our second brain.
It is. If not first.
If not first, yeah, that's right. And the gut feeling doesn't come from nowhere. Yeah. So yeah, guys, definitely what you eat and what you drink will have an impact on how you feel and what you think. So being blunt, if you eat crap, how can you expect to feel good? It makes no sense.
No.
If you have a lovely, shiny new car, right, and you put a crap fuel into it, it will not work to the best potential.
No, that's 100% true.
And everybody knows that. But somehow we don't make a link between food and our body. Yeah, it's like this.
Oh, everything works together, really. Body, mind, and soul is just connected.
I don't think they actually separate.
No.
I think that the wording around the subject is that it's a body, soul, and diet, but actually it's all one.
It is.
Yeah, it's like when you look at the sky, you see sky, and that contains of stars and planets and the moon. But unless you can look at a little unit, but actually it's one unit, and we the same, and things around us are part of us.
It's just the complexity of it, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. But we love it, and we love to experience, and we're always very curious about it. Very curious.
Very curious. Definitely.
Good. Right, and so empowerment. Okay, we know that empowerment is to feel good and to have the drive to achieve, and the drive to grow, and the drive to be curious about the world and the possibilities. But how to do it during the pandemic period when people are under impression there is less choices?
Another good question. But I will start with another question. I know, always. I will ask you, this question as an answer to it. do we have to wait for a pandemic to master our, our potential, just the way how we deal with the stress? Because the life is full of stress, This pandemic situation is just another example on a bigger scale. But how we managed to deal with the stresses, before, now is just another opportunity to actually to utilize it, use it, master it, make it stronger and better, because this period of time that we're experiencing now will be over. But the strategies that will master during this time will help us to deal with whatever brings us the future. So for me, I think it's just focusing. We have a great opportunity to focus on the stuff that really works for us personally. And because now we are locked down, we have to actually look for the answers inside. So really discover ourselves and find out what really works for us. Yes. So that's what I think.
Lovely answer. I like it. So, would it be fair? Now I'm thinking about it. Would it be fair to actually say that empowerment, it's also a resilience and flexibility to change? Because if we are resistant to change and we give up on a little obstacle, we're not really empowered, are we?
No, but from the other hand, it's like, making mistakes and having your weak moments is just a part of the process. I think, the way forward is not beating up on yourself that, that you didn't perform, the way you wanted, that you failed, you didn't pass exam, or, you can apply to many different things. It's just to keep moving. Like you said, the resilience, but the mindset, the reason, you have to believe that.
She's on fire, guys. She's on fire now. I know.
You have to believe that the single obstacle is just one of many obstacles in your race.
Yeah.
And the whole life is like a race, and there will be smaller obstacles, bigger obstacles. But if you just keep it in your mind that there are so many different ways of going over the obstacle, you can just go it from the side, you can jump over it.
So what do we do with obstacles, guys? We don't stop at the obstacles. We find a way to conquer them. And I find that actually now we have a global pandemic. Yeah, who knew? But that's what we have, and we have to deal with it. But before the pandemic, the people were waiting for Monday, for January, for the next month, for the first of the month. So I think that if people have that looking for a delay tactic, a pandemic might be another one.
And that's a good point.
I think what we try to say, if you really have something to do, you really want to do well, don't wait for the pandemic to finish, because you can get stronger, you can get fitter, you can get whatever you like now. Because if you're going to wait for the pandemic to finish, you might wait a few years.
And another thing, because obviously the world is changing rapidly right now, everything is adjusting to the current situation. There are so many services offered online. People are connecting online. And I think this is a great time to keep moving forward, because we don't have to leave the house. We have everything on our doorstep. Yeah. So it's actually easier if you can only look at it from that perspective. It can be actually easier, and I know we are all missing the fact that we would love to just get together with our friends, hang out, just see them in person. Yeah, I'm waiting for that cuddle.
I know, me too.
But we have to somehow just deal with it, and it's not like this is a single person who's experiencing that situation. We all, have this broad, just a variety of different emotions, and trying to deal with it as best as we can.
With a smile on our faces.
I think
With
I'll
our
do
hands
it for
up.
a second. Hold on. Oh, yeah, there we are. Somehow my laptop decided to just to work his own way. Can you see me now?
Now yeah, I can see you, but now you've mentioned, I'm gonna plug mine in because I forgot. Right. Can you read the comment? Oh, this is brilliant. This is from Joanna, and she's on.
That's from YouTube. Actually, pandemic helped me focus more on better, healthier food choices because I have more time now than when I worked full time. I enjoy now planning and cooking nutrition food, having so much time. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what we're talking about, isn't it?
Brilliant. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much for the comment. We really
thank you, Joanna. And yeah, it absolutely, guys. The lockdown, it can be if you choose to, it can actually work into your advantage. It can be your friend. It can be the friend that you've always waited for. You waited to have more time and sleep a little bit longer and don't rush in the morning. It's now. It's happening.
It is, exactly.
Good. Thank you very much for your comment, Joanna. That's very helpful. Yeah. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, just keep posting so we can answer them live for you.
And we have another question. It's from Facebook. How to increase potential to better deal with stress? Ivona, what would you suggest? Come on, girl, share your wisdom.
Right. Increase your potential to be better with stress. I think for anybody, if you feel empowered, if you feel good, then you will deal with stress much better anyway. And I think where is stress? Stress is when we think of the future, of things that haven't happened yet, and we worry about it. And a lot of people spend time in the future worrying rather than actually being thankful for what they have now and focusing on now. And the best way to stop worrying about the future and raise your potential is to create your future. And Ange, I think on this is a great question. We don't know who posting it, but we love the question. Thank you. Ange, because we both have a great way of actually consciously creating the future and future goals. We're actually very good on thinking ahead. So do you mind if we share with our viewers of how the hell we do it, how the hell we get what we want? Because let's face it, we do.
We do. We definitely do.
Most of the time.
Before we share our secret, I would touch on briefly what I feel is worth mentioning. How to increase potential to better deal with stress. There is many different ways of dealing with stress, and I think everything comes down to power of focus. You have to choose something what makes you feel happy, makes you feel more positive, more optimistic. If you're gonna be focusing on what is bothering you, it's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's gonna be like a train. It will start running like 100 miles an hour. But if you're gonna be more optimistic in the sense of how do you want to feel, just and why you want to feel it that specific way, and what is it that actually rings you bells? This will help you stay more positive. You're gonna be able to control the stress much better because we can focus only on one thing. We might be managing many tasks, many things, but in reality we can only focus 100% on one thing. So you can choose which way you want to go. And now I think we can share how we're actually helping ourselves to keep this focus in a direction of our choice. So Ivona, you want to go first?
Yeah. Well, let me talk about it first. So,
all right, okay.
Yeah, I think the thing is that, let's face it, we don't talk about it in schools. This is not something that we get trained in everyday education. I don't know why, but we don't. But what myself and Ange, we've been training for quite a few years now, it's actually being conscious and knowing what actually do you want. what do you want in life? Because unless you know what you're after, how the hell are you gonna get it? Yeah, if you're planning your holiday, you don't plan to go on holiday because that could get you anywhere. You plan to go on a sunny holiday, or you plan to go on an adventurous holiday. So you have certain things in mind while planning. Why don't we plan our life like this? And then people get frustrated because they don't get the results they actually want. Okay, we need to plan, and we will show you guys one of the ways that we plan. We've learned to plan, and it's very, very useful, and it's very, very simple. And it's not a competition, and it's great fun, and it's not a competition. So we've been planning, because thinking in your head is one thing, but actually when you put things on a paper, somehow it gets potent. The magic happens when you put things down on a paper. In drawing, in writing, it's almost like you have a contract with yourself that that's what's going to happen.
You literally are those things, ideas, because you are focusing in that specific direction. So you're kind of pulling the source of informations and directions from the universe. It's really that simple, you know. And some people who are not familiar with the concept, however, I think there's more and more people actually getting more familiar with it. It really, really works, and it's not the new stuff. And it's definitely not woo-woo stuff, even though Andrew is using this.
I'm just woo, but yeah, we both woo, but yeah, but this actually, guys, this works, and we will show you. So, Ange, I think if you grab yours and I grab mine, we're gonna grab our. Right, guys. So this is just from a distance. This is what is called a vision board.
Yeah, one of the ways.
So this is a vision board. So we've been drawing. Come on, show yours and show on.
Oh, come on. There we go. Very pretty drawing.
So this is a vision board, guys, that actually we draw what we want. And this is, it's not an art piece, but this is actually drawing of what we after, what we want from life. We've actually, with Ange, we've drawn what we want this year.
Yeah, it was in January, actually.
It was in January. It was at the beginning of January, yeah. So
that
guys, this is one of the ways. And we like big pieces of paper, okay? Not a little piece of paper, big piece of paper. So fit everything. Because when it's down on the paper, your brain starts to think, okay, you think about it, you've used your physical power to do it, let's do it then.
But it's also a reminder, you know, it's a great reminder for people, for me personally, you know, if I am actually feeling like I'm going down and I'm starting to lack of motivation, then I look at this and it actually brings a smile to my face. So, you know, that positivity just comes back. And I think the only way to move forward is just keeping your attitudes, you know, positive.
Yeah. So basically, guys, we've put on a board what we after, and we don't accept anything that isn't there. But let me share you this might freak you out, guys, okay? This might freak you out, but I'm gonna share it with you anyway. I've decided to do it, and Ange knows about it because the second it happened, I've contacted her screaming. Right, guys, so this was done in January. And let me show you. I've drawn a TRT studio that I was looking for. I was looking for a TRT studio, a loving studio with lots of people, lots of free space around as well. This was just my imagination of what I'm looking for. I didn't want industrial unit. I wanted something with a character, with good vibes, with good energy. That was in January, and I did not have the studio then. I started looking physically for the new venue for the studio in February. From when I started looking actually physically, I found the studio within 1 hour and I booked to view it. And I went, and guys, the people who actually seen the pictures of the studio looks like this. The shape of the studio is like this. I could not have in January. but it works.
Oh, it works beautifully. And when I was actually drawing mine, you see, okay, this is art. No. Those little blue things, if you look at it closer, is actually people. And for me, it's me building community, working online, connecting with people and stuff. I didn't plan for the pandemic. And we didn't even know that we're going to be having this show live. And in the meantime, I started working with a beautiful group on Facebook, sharing what I'm passionate about and helping others on their paths as well. So it was already on the board. Now it's happening, in the real life. So it really, really works. Right. Yeah. We have a comment, I think. How to use potential.
And I love this comment, and I'm going to use it now. How to use potential. Great question. And for me, it's like every single one of you has a potential that you probably don't even know about because it hasn't been discovered yet.
Everybody has talent.
Everybody.
No exception.
And guys, if I can, one of the way to how to discover how to use your potential is to actually create something like this. And there is a way of creating. There is a steps to help you how to create, so you don't get lost in the process. And guys, if you would like one of us to help you and create a vision board, or it doesn't have to be drawing, it can be writing, it doesn't matter. Something, we will help you to find out something that works for you. Yeah. Because that's important. Drawing is not for everyone, and we know that. We both quite creative, so we find with drawing. But guys, if you
did you see the quality of my painting? It doesn't matter. It's my private thing. It reminds me. Exactly. Reminds me about what I want.
Guys, if you would like our help with creating, with actually finding your potential, here we go. If you email vision, or you can comment in a TRT page or Andrew Wellbeing page, or email. If you're on YouTube, you will probably use email, not Facebook. Email or just say vision, and we will come back to you. So there is myself and there is Ange. We will be thinking through. This is, guys, for you, and this is free of charge because we want to help you, but we have to do it individually. So if you want to get connected and get our help to how to create one of those beauties, so it works for you, get in touch. So you have email, vision, or just, put the word vision, comment, and we will come back to you. So you have Ange, and you have myself.
It always helps. So don't be shy. If you really want to move forward, if you feel like you're a little bit stuck and you would like to figure out what could help you to move forward, i.e. creating this vision board will help you, just to stay focused on the direction you want to go. Just get in touch because we are more than happy to help.
Good. And just in case, if you cannot catch those emails, the video will be on YouTube and the video will be on Facebook. So just go back into 28 minutes and you will see the emails again. So don't panic, just in case you are.
We have another comment.
Right, brilliant. Let's go for the comment. I cannot see it.
Yes, you can.
How the attitude change. Come on, Ange.
How the attitude change.
What attitude? Is it a good attitude or a bad? Or do you want to change from bad attitude to good attitude?
Yeah, this is something what I was trying to establish and trying to figure out, what do you really mean by that? Because how the attitude changed. Obviously,
I would imagine attitude as a mindset from feeling to.
All right. So if you look at it from that perspective, your attitude is something what will help you keep moving forward. But it has to come from this, self-empowerment, just which you're offering yourself. If you believe in yourself, then whatever you approach, you have this, you will be alive and excited about it. You will be open about it. You'll be like, all right, okay, I want to do it. That's going to be fun. But if you're going to have negative mindset and let's say there will be an opportunity arising, you're not gonna even take this opportunity, the dream opportunity that you were just dreaming about, because you will think, oh, I'm not good enough, that's not gonna work out. This is just this is the inner work, and attitude and the mindset and the self-empowerment, they are all linked together. It's just basically, it just works like that. Would you agree, Ivona?
Definitely. Sorry, Andrew, before I answer your question, I just put the emails into the chat box, so you can copy paste from there, or you can just fire away onto our page later or under this video. It doesn't matter. Just let us know. Put the word vision so we know what you're after. Otherwise, we might not answer.
Ivona, just tell me, what do you think about, how would you answer this question? How do you feel?
How to change the attitude? I think we all have the choice. We all have the choice. We all have our script running and our voices that bring us down. We have the choice to either stick with what's familiar, not necessarily nice, or we have the choice to reach out, get right information, get the right therapist, and actually skyrocket into your potential, and actually change into let's do it. For me, changing the mindset was a game changer.
Oh yeah.
And believe me, guys, a lot of people say, well, yeah, but it's so positive. Guys, I wasn't always like this. And sometimes I'm still not. I'm a working process.
We all work in progress.
We are all working process. It's never ending story. But 90% of the time I'm on high because I've touched the rock bottom, and I know I didn't like it. So I've made a conscious decision to actually change something in my life and actually look at mindset. And when you start to think differently, when you start to see different things, your attitude change. So it's not forcing, it's just really making a focus into a direction where you want to go. You don't want to focus on the places you don't want to go. You want to focus where you're going, not when you're coming from.
100%.
So then your attitude change naturally.
It's more positive, isn't it? The change attitude coming.
But again, it's a choice. And guys, what we talk about mindset and empowerment, it's not being fake happy. It's not. We get bad days. It's just how we can decide how long we're gonna sit with the bad day. And was it actually a bad day, or was it a bad 10 minutes? Or was it actually that somebody said to you one comment and you didn't like it? Okay, so don't cross out your whole day because of that. It was just a little speck in the whole thing. So I think when we start changing attitude here, everything starts getting better. But it's about resilience and moving forward, and actually don't take things so personally, because a lot of the time it's not.
Exactly. Now we've got another question. Ta-da!
Yeah. What ways to improve brain memory and brain function?
Well,
I'm happy to answer that from a neuro rehab perspective and neuroplasticity. That's one of my one of the things that I do, and I train people in that. It's practicing, and also focusing on what you want to remember. And practice, and good diet and good vibes. And worrying will not help the brain function. Watching bad news will not help the brain function. It will actually lower the energy. So staying with good energy, looking for good things, connecting with people that make you feel good, and practicing. The more we use brain, it's like a muscle. The more we use it, the better it gets. There is no magic pill. There is no medication. Good diet, good vibes, good people, and practice of what you actually want. Anything add to that? And woo-woo.
Yes, I didn't want to just cut you through. See? So I'm gonna just add my thing, just now. So when it comes to improving brain memory and brain function, first of all, nutrition. Nutrition, what you put in your body, again, like I said, gut health and the brain functions, they are strictly connected. So the better quality diet, the better health of our brain. Also training your brain, like you said, brain is like a muscle. When you're exercising it, and it just function better. And there's a very good tip given by Mr. Quick, the guy who was called Boy with a Broken Brain. Now he's just a master in teaching people around the world, around the globe, how to remember things. And he said that positive environment, positive emotion, plus knowledge equals long-term memory. So the environment that you are absorbing in the informations, learning anything, in a good environment, you will remember this better, more vividly. And obviously, like I mentioned before, it's going to be turned into long-term memory. So exercising your brain, you can exercise your brain in many different ways. Choose something that makes you really happy. For example, you can read books, you can do crossroads, you can, there's a lot of brain games actually, which are quite fun. So you can do that. And I'm pretty sure there's like 100, if not more, different techniques how could help, just to improve the brain function. But I think first two main factors for me personally is a good nutrition and learning in a happy environment, because that's a key.
Yeah, and thank Joanna for your answer. Yeah, improve brain memory by keeping brain active. Yeah. Absolutely correct. But what do we mean by keeping brain active? And what you said, Ange, I love it because it's very true. Right, we can be worrying about stuff. We can watch bad news, and that will keep the brain active. So it's not just the activity. Actually, when we learn and when we're happy, that's when we really expand. And guys, learning new things, that's what really keeps the brain ticking. It's not just repeating what you already know, but it's learning new skills. That would really, the brain goes, whee, new things, something that will make you happy. But yeah, don't be afraid. It doesn't matter how old you are. Learn new things, because that's what brain is for.
Exactly. Because you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, and if you keep repeating same conversation, same words, same people that you see, and you always go to the same place, your brain have no choice to expand. It just won't happen because it's on the same loop. So it's our responsibility to actually expand the what we experience, our experiences, and let the brain go, yay, this is new. That's how we brain. That's how we create new brain cells, guys. How we grow new neural pathways, learning different things, fun things.
And practicing. Over and over and over. And obviously, very important factor, which I forgot to mention, but stress. You mentioned that before, didn't you?
Yes.
Stress makes us dumb for a simple reason. We are losing the blood from our frontal brain, even up to 80%. So that actually doesn't help us to focus and absorb the information. So
we want to fight. When we're in stress, we want to fight. We want to fun somebody, or we want to drink. That's not good. That will numb the brain. Yeah, or eat, absolutely. So now, guys, when we're experiencing stress, the brain is not time for brain to grow. It's for the body to fight.
To survive.
So it's a survival mode, absolutely. Good. Right, another Facebook user, how to discover your potential. Speak to your therapist, they will help you. It's very individual. What do you think, Ange?
Personally, first of all, ask yourself this question. What is it that you do like doing? What is it that makes you happy? and start going that direction. Because the thing is, you see, sometimes we are waiting to hear all answers being laid out in front of us, but I'm still discovering my potentials, even though I'm 38. Every year there is something new. Yeah. Every year I'm discovering something new about myself, which actually makes me really, really excited.
Okay, Ange, I stop you here.
Uh-oh.
So every year you discover something new. How on earth do you discovering something new? How dare you?
I'm sorry, I'm just curious.
Guys, it's being curious and being actually open to new things, new skills, new people. That's how we discover new things.
And you know what? This is the thing. I'm just if I'm interested in something, I give myself this opportunity or chance, just to try this thing out if it's for me. Because that's the way how you're actually finding out if this is your thing or not.
Yeah.
Like for example, in this lockdown, I discovered that I can actually paint on the glass. Who knew?
I know, and I love to see Ange have done a lovely bottle with TRT, with Sky Rocket TRT for me, so I cannot wait to actually handle it. But it's trying new things and not just sitting and thinking, oh, I'm useless, I can be bothered. It's actually getting up and being curious and trying things that makes you feel good. Or you will, ooh, I wonder if I could do this. And we like trying a lot of things, don't we, Ange?
Oh, yeah. All the time, really. All the time. So,
yeah.
But like I said, just potential, talent is not something. Sometimes I think we have this misconception of the word itself. We think that talent, it must be something like you're gonna be the greatest singer in the world, or you're gonna be the greatest painter, in the world. That it has to be extremely magnificent, that puts you, above everybody else. And I think that your potential and your talent is something what makes you happy. Who cares about the rest? I'm sorry, but in reality, if you find something what rocks your boat, and you keep enjoying doing what you're doing, you're going to become better at it and better at it and better at it. And in reality, if the process of doing that thing makes you happy, you are very, very successful at that moment. So I think focusing on that is the key, because you don't have to be another Beyonce or, Picasso or whoever. You know what I mean? It's just, you're happy.
But I think I'm close. To the Picasso.
Well, yeah. I think it's like abstraction.
Abstraction, definitely, yeah.
But it works.
No, but it's true, guys. That's another subject. What success means to you. That's another thing. But let's go back to empowerment. Guys, you can definitely feel empowered. You can feel better about yourself and what you're doing, even during pandemic. Don't let this lockdown keep you in a cage, because you're not. And actually, this time can reveal more of your character, reveal more of what you really like doing. Maybe make you think more.
Or maybe finally you have a time to actually go that direction, follow your interest. I think this is just another, another great, just side, not great side, but I think the benefit of being in a lockdown, because sometimes we are so much in, just in our mind and bodies, just involved in this external world, just going to work, just looking after the kids, school runs, and what's not, everything else, that we put ourselves, in the backseat, where now everybody is basically equal, so to speak. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but I think we have more time actually do something what we haven't had time to tap into before.
If we choose to. Yeah. And the thing is, guys, if now, in this period, if now you still don't do things that you didn't do before, then the time wasn't the issue. It was just an excuse. And that's the truth. That's when you really get to know yourself.
And don't take this as an attack on you, because we all experience that, you know.
We're all the same.
Yeah, we're all the same. I remember at the very beginning of the lockdown, I personally, I couldn't function, because obviously I was used to, you know, different routine. It did take me a few weeks to adjust to the new situation, but then I just sat down and I just said to myself, Ange, what do you want? Where do you want to go? And what are you going to do next? And I just started doing that bit by bit, you know, step by step. And you can start at any point, because whatever is happening now during this lockdown, don't remember this one thing, it's not going to stop once we are released from it. It's going to be just another tool for you to deal with life, or just get clear about what you want and just follow your dream, really.
Definitely. Yeah. No,
Courtney saying hello.
Hi, Courtney. Nice to see you. Guys, do you have any more questions at this stage? Is there anything else that you want to ask? Because we have another 12 minutes or so to go. So if we have any more questions, we are very happy to answer them for you. But the good thing, guys, is that we are curious and we like to discover new things. If we were not in this lockdown situation, the pandemic, this live chat would not happen.
No, definitely.
So you can enjoy our discussion because of the situation we've been in, and we were looking at different routes and connecting with people. So that's why this Ange and Ivona live show came to life. So yeah, while you're thinking, if you have any more questions, let me tell you, next week, next Friday at 6 o'clock again, we will be talking about we will be talking about self-sabotage and what it really means and how to spot it, because believe me, we all do it.
And how to deal with it.
Yeah. Because it happens to every single one of us. And let me give you an example. If you really want something and you want a change, I'm gonna get fitter, that is the day, now I'm gonna do it, and then you get a cold. Or your legs start to hurt. Or you accidentally end up eating the whole bag of crisps and fish and chips. So this is when, you know, the self-sabotage it's very strong, and it keeps popping every time you want to make a leap and make a change. So we will be talking about that next Friday at 6 o'clock. So you don't want to miss that, because it's very interesting and we all have it, and we're gonna share some dirty secrets of ours.
And who knows, you have your personal aha moment.
Yeah, definitely. Because you will then see that actually, oh God, it happened to me as well. Yeah, good.
So they're very, very good tips. They definitely helped me. They definitely helped Ivona and many other people who we know that started working on their mind. And we do know that those tips really, really work. Those techniques really help. So don't miss it.
Don't miss it, because when you can see it, it's very easy to do something about it. Is that a lot of people are not even aware that this is happening. So that
especially when there's a habit, especially when there's a habit, when it's going on the loop, sometimes it's just kind of almost as if it's going into a background and just plays out, from on the automatic mode from your subconscious mind. So sometimes you don't even see that.
You don't even aware of it.
Yeah.
But it's there. When you see it, you see it. You can't hide from it.
Oh, there you are.
And now we just laugh at each other. Good. Yeah, of course. So empowerment, Ange, coming back to empowerment during the pandemic. What are all the ways that you can help people to get empowered? If they would come, let's say if I would come to you, or somebody would reach out to you, can you help me to get empowered? What the kind of process people can expect working with you?
Well, first of all, you have to find out more about the person you're going to work with. And I think the more you know, the easier it becomes to find out, first of all, what is that they want, what is it that is actually stopping them from empowering themselves, the environment they're living in, just there are so many different factors. But I also use a lot of my intuition, and I always ask questions. I always ask questions, and I always ask questions and ask questions. It's just this on the loop. But like I said, the more I know, the better strategy, to be fair. And it's not like I am the only one who's creating the strategy. We are working together. We are finding out something what really resonate, because I might have a great idea for you, but then if that does not resonate with you, are you going to apply it? If you don't feel it, is it going to work for you? No. So there is always multiple choices, multiple techniques. And I love discovering and working with people, they're finding how they are ticking, how they're ticking. This sounds like a clock, but how
what makes them tick? Yeah.
So what makes them tick? Exactly. Thank you very much. And it's very, very interesting to watch that there's so many similarities and yet there's so many differences. So I think finding out as much as possible about the person who you're working with, and then like I said, just asking questions and offering just your experience of different techniques that I personally just collected to help myself. Is what I do, with others. I just share my personal knowledge and my personal techniques. But, loving people, I think, is the number one. Wanting to help is number one. There are so many number ones, by the way. So I think that's one of the ways how I work with my clients. Finding out their goals, what they are about. Oh, I've been distracted by what is happening here. Okay.
All right. So, we have a question from Asha. How to continue to sustain our hard work on it after the lockdown is lifted, when normal life resumes? What is normal?
And to be fair, how do you know how the life gonna be like after the lockdown? I think there will be lots of changes happening.
But I think, thank you very much for your question, Asha. Great question. How to sustain your hard work? I think, to be honest, if we can sustain our hard work and focus now, I think now we have the chance to practice and do it more and do it more. I think we're gonna do even better when the lockdown is lifted, because we're gonna be more resilient. So I think if you can actually work on yourself during the bad times, it's going to be easier for you when things are more relaxed. But yeah, because it will create a new pattern for you.
And not to mention that if you're already working really hard and finding the things that work for you now, you're creating new habits, like you said, new pattern, Ivona. But also it helps you to get clear about which direction you want to go. So it's not like you're doing it only during the lockdown, and after that, you're gonna all of a sudden change direction. Or maybe you will, but at least you will have the point of focus. You will know which direction to go, and maybe when the lockdown is lifted, you will have another options coming to support you in your vision.
Yeah, different opportunities will come along to help you with that, definitely. But yeah, it's a great question. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Guys, we have just last few minutes to go. So if you have any questions, fire them, ask them now. Let me just remind you that if you need our help, if you would like to know how to tap to your potential, how to create your vision board that actually works, get in touch with one of us. It doesn't matter who. Pick your favorite. Let me just remind you of how to get in touch. You can just, if you're on Facebook, guys, just comment under this video wherever you see it, word vision. If you're not on Facebook, just email vision to either myself, info@TRT Rehab, or vision to andrew@gmail.com. So yeah.
Right.
I know it's tough choice. It's tough choice, guys. We're not in competition, by the way. So yeah, we are here to help you guys, but this is individual work, so we cannot possibly do in a group scenario because we have to have a chat with you on one-to-one and let you find out what you actually want.
And another reason why it's better to work one-to-one when it comes to this kind of thing, because some people just don't want to share what's deep inside of them, in a group.
It's deep inside. It's our secret.
It's personal. So.
Of course, it's personal, and we know that, guys. So we're gonna help you very gently to actually unlock your potential.
Or gently,
if you're ready, and it doesn't cost any. That on session 2. But yeah, guys, we're here to help you. So use it. Definitely. Good. Do we have any more questions before we stop? I don't think we have any more.
No, I don't think so.
No. So guys, next week, next Friday, 6 o'clock, we will talk about self-sabotage. What it is, how to spot it, and what to do with it. Definitely
Exactly.
Not to miss, because it's really fun subject, and believe me, every one of you is doing it. Even you, Andrew.
Oh, of course. I know this.
We know that. We exchange messages. It's like, you never know. You will never guess what I did this time.
But it's so nice to actually be aware and self-observant.
Yes.
If you know what I mean. If you can actually see yourself, look at yourself from slightly different perspective, and instead of judging yourself for what you're doing, actually being curious, where is it coming from and how can you change it?
What is it all about? Yeah, why I'm doing this? Yeah.
This definitely helps. But all this we're gonna share with you next Friday. And like I said, like
you have to wait, guys. Sorry, you can. It's not Netflix. You can skip to the next episode. You have to wait.
And you can't pause it too.
No. Brilliant, guys. Thank you very much for your time tonight. We've very much enjoyed our shows and our time. We love our Fridays night. And we wish you all the best. Have a lovely weekend. Apparently, it's a bank holiday weekend. Who knew?
Yeah, for me, every day is a bank holiday right now.
Is it? Very lazy. Yeah, I'm being curious. I might be doing some new stuff, learn new skills. Who knows? Brilliant, guys. Have a lovely night. We will catch up with you. We will connect again next Friday. And again, if you need our help, just send our message with vision on it. And we will get in touch. Not tonight, but in a few days' time, we will get back to you. Yeah. We need our break now. Woo! Brilliant. Have a lovely night, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you for watching and connecting with us.
Bye.
See you next Friday. Bye.